Okay, well, the last video that I made didn't come up with good sound. Nobody can hear me. So here we go. I'm working on this Fender, and it's 51 years old. It's been repaired with mud and drill holes and dent pull. We can straighten that out. It's not a big deal. Engine's kind of dirty. I need one of these braces, core support for the driver's side. I don't have that. So if anybody happens to look onto this video and has one, that'd be great. I'll pay what shipping and whatnot for an original one. I don't want to buy an aftermarket one. I can buy them anywhere, and half that shit don't work out right anyway. That's why we're working on these Fenders. So here's the other Fender that I have stripped. I still need to strip more, some chemically, but the bulk of it that I could sand and straighten out, I did. Need to do a weld patch on the bottom of this Fender right here, which I stopped sanding. There was no reason, and somebody has done some patching to it right here, which actually doesn't look that bad. We'll have to see. We'll get further into that. Interior's a little bit of a mess. Got a new roof. Still the same old bracing. Got some parts sitting back there. Extra radio, which I think I'm going to mount. I don't know which radio, because both of them work fine. I think I'm going to mount it where an air conditioning control would be, which is actually right here. So you can see that. Right here. Right here. And I can put a radio up there, because I'm not going to add in air conditioning, although I kind of think I might like that, but yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing it. Nice gap. Damn loud exhaust, as we could tell from the last video. Most of this gapping is pretty fair. It needs finessed a little bit better. Bumper lines up pretty swell. All these things line up pretty good, and trunk gap isn't too bad. We're working on this yet. Still need to do more to this right here. We're getting there. Bunch of extra stuff in there. Yeah. Sanding down and repairing 51 years of sin on the Fender. Still an awesome Fender compared to anything that I could have bought, because everything that I bought, I had to fight it to make it fit properly. I made it line up, everything looks good, but it was way too much of a fight. So if I have to cut and re-weld and do all kinds of shit anyway, I might as well do it to some old shit instead of some new shit that I just paid top dollar for. I didn't pay top dollar for these fenders. So, a lot of putty on that bastard. But we're alright. We can fix that. It's really not that bad. There was a lot of slap hammer work on that. Even up here too, there's been some oopsies. But we're good. Still better than buying shit that don't fit and then have to cut and re-weld it anyway, because I bought inner fenders. They were supposed to be for sure to fit and blah blah blah, and yeah, hell no, they didn't fit for shit. And I got fender extensions which go down here, which this has to be cut and re-welded and repaired, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. Again, if I'd have bought a brand new fender, I'd have been cutting and re-welding it anyway. So, all good. The fender extensions that I got don't fit for shit. Even the two other fenders that I did have were original. One is actually to a Camaro, which has a little tiny relief because their turn signal light's a little bit different, goes up a little higher. I was going to weld and just change that, but then I came across these two that were original and not much worse shape than the other ones that I was doing, because I found out fast that inner fenders didn't line up to the original fender holes, so everything got to get cut, released, re-welded. Wow, you pay good money for these things and they don't fit. So I might as well just use some old shit. Here's the fun part. This fender is hung on here with, I don't know, maybe 2-3 bolts. It's not even hardly attached. Look at how it sits there. Just sitting there. Don't pay much mind to that because that's getting pulled by other things, okay? I have stuff attached to that that's just dragging it down, so that doesn't count. But look here at how the alignment is. All right, now let's see how well I've fastened this to make it align this well. Oh, that's right, it's hardly even attached. That's the difference. Again, if anybody has this fender support for the driver's side, it's an original one, even if it's half kicked in the ass, I'll have it shipped if anybody happens to watch this video. At some point I'm going to try to set myself up with a camera to show some of the things that I do, like all the sanding that I was doing to this. I stripped that down. 5 coats of paint were on that. And again, I still have this to get rid of. And I will do that with chemical. Seems more prudent. Just taped off some of the doors so I didn't scuff the E-coat that's on that. It does actually seem to be fine, because I did have to add weld to it right in this area here. I'm not sure if that's in another video that I have or not, but under here there's that I welded and added because this door didn't fit properly. The rest of it actually fit fine. This all here lined up really well. I don't have any rubber in here, so the door moves more than it should. But if I had the stoppers and everything in it, this is essentially where it would be. And it really looks, yeah, pretty damn good. pretty consistent. Quarter panel lined up pretty good on this side. That's an AMD quarter panel, so it's pretty good. Like it. The quarter panel that's on the other side was supposedly an AMD, but I don't know that, and that bastard didn't line up for shit. And I couldn't pull it up anymore. I moved it as much as I could. All this shit lines up right. Okay. But over here, gap was gigantic. It was a monster. Still kind of looks like it. I don't know if the video is going to really portray how tight I really have that. It's a pretty tight gap there. That's 1/8 of an inch. I don't know if it actually looks that way because every picture that I took doesn't look like it. But that's what that is. Okay. Well, 11 minutes of video and a whole bunch of mess. Hey, want to hear the damn thing start up? It'll be loud as hell, but let's do it anyway because I'm getting ready to pull it back in the garage. I'll give her a little goose juice. 1, call 2. There it is. Make sure it's not in gear. All right. Yep, not in gear. A little dust. A little messy in here, huh? All right, here we go. We're going to start her up. There's the fuel pump. It's a racing fuel pump. Bit noisy. I'm thinking about trying to put some isolators on it to quiet it a little bit. Really doesn't bother me. I don't care. Just seems kind of chinky. Anyway, here we go. You're not going to be able to hear me after I do this. Oh. There it is. Maybe I shouldn't have climbed it. Pretty loud. You need to find yourself a little bit. And I'm going to be pulling it in. Hey, if you happen to see the video, subscribe. There'll be more, and hopefully at one point I'll actually be able to do more